Yo, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the rest. Hey, look, weights are in. Yup, weights are in. Oh, shoot. Did you see Crawford's body? You see Canelo, ripped, trim, in shape. Hey, Canelo looking a little bit leaner than I've seen him in the past. Yeah, Crawford looking good. Body looking solid. He looking super comfortable at 168 pounds. Look, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret, okay? You can be the bigger man, but that doesn't mean you're the stronger man. Doesn't mean that. I don't care how long you've been at a weight. Doesn't mean you're the stronger man. You can be the bigger man naturally and not be stronger than the smaller man. I promise you. Yes, because strength, you don't quantify strength with just weight. That's why you see small guys lifting crazy ass weight. Small women lifting crazy ass, heavy ass weight, right? But I know this is boxing, okay? And I keep telling you guys, boxing is about strategy. I'm telling you, we gonna see. I'm telling you, we gonna see one of the most brilliant boxing performances that you've seen in a very long time. It could be like back when Bernard Hopkins destroyed Tito Trinidad. It could be something like that. Oh yeah. Trust me. Look. Boxing, right? It's about X and O's. It's about, of course, all the attributes as well. Yeah, speed, power, positioning, timing, counterpunching, defense, all those things, right? But you take Canelo's strengths, right? And you understand his strengths. You understand what he likes to do. So if you understand what he likes to do, you're able to anticipate it, right? You're able to set traps. So many of you think that Crawford beat Spence the way he beat Spence because, Spence was high, drunk, or whatever you want to call it, or the car accident. No, he beat Spence because he knew Spence's every move, studying film. Crawford has one of the best teams in boxing at studying and breaking down film. They have a horse that understands and have a photographic memory, right? A guy that can do all things inside the ring. And so, if he understands Canelo's strengths, if he understands Canelo's weaknesses, so okay, I take away his strengths. I understand his weaknesses, I exploit his weaknesses. He can win. He can win. Canelo still has to land that shot. But if you take that away from him, right? I'll tell you this, all right? What gives Canelo issues? Lateral movement. That's what gives him issues, right? So if you know that gives him issues, and if you know and study his footwork, what do you think you can do? You can set traps. Canelo primarily uses the high guard. What do you do against a high guard? You set traps, right? You can punch through it, punch around it. You can go down to the body because he holds his hands up high. There's a lot you can do. There's always a remedy to solve any issue inside that ring. Okay? Always. Now, okay, let's talk about Canelo. Canelo. Underrated speed and timing. I think he's going to be a lot quicker than what Crawford believes he's going to be. Okay? Watching Manny from a distance when I fought him and actually getting in the ring with him, it was night and day. He didn't look that fast from on the outside. But when I got in there, it was different. So, adjusting. So, what goes on in the first few rounds? What goes on, right? I talked about this a couple of videos ago. But both guys, when we saying download information, it's distance, calculating your distance and understanding. If I can touch his glove, okay, I'm in range. All right, let me step back, a little bit back, and see if he jabs me and see if that catches me. I'm understanding, I'm trying to get an understanding of his speed. I'm trying to get an understanding of his timing, his rhythm. That's what I'm trying to get an understanding of. and you're doing that early on. And that's why you say, oh, he's downloading information. Yeah, that's the information that they download. That's it. Distance. Yes. Where I can be, so that way I can hit him and he can't hit me. I'm trying to understand their speed. I'm trying to understand their power. That's why you catch shots on your gloves, to understand the power. And then that's when the game plan comes on, right? And as the fight goes on, you start to recognize similar patterns, right? Similar attacking patterns of your opposition. Something that they're not doing, something that they're not defending against. And you start to feed them it. That's boxing. It's strategy. That's what boxing is about, right? That's what it's about. So I understand Canelo may be the bigger, stronger guy, does possess a lot of skills. Is he going to be able to outthink Terence Crawford? That's the question. Can he lure Terence Crawford in to lower that boom, to land that kill shot? Can he do that? If he can do that, then he can win the fight. But do I think he's going to be able to do it? I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I promise you. I'll tell you one more thing before I go. When you're fighting against, at this level, and you're fighting against someone of a caliber of a Canelo or a Crawford, the level of sensitivity, right? You guys play games, right? You guys play like Call of Duty and all of that, right? And you can adjust the level of sensitivity to where it moves quickly, right? You know, your aim, you can move quickly over here, you know. That's what happens. So their level of sensitivity will increase for both fighters. Crawford's defense, say he gets hit a lot, his defense is going to improve for this fight because he can't afford to get hit. You know, Canelo, his footwork, we talk about his footwork. You don't think his footwork is going to improve? Yeah, he's going to improve his footwork. He's going to move his feet a lot quicker. Yep. And a lot more responsibly. You know, this fight right here is going to bring the best out of both guys. It's going to be a fast-paced, high chess match. Canelo, I'll tell you, because he's the heavier guy, he's going to have to keep up with the pace. If he can keep up with the pace, box, fight a little bit, he can beat Crawford. He can beat Crawford, and vice versa. You know, there's not going to be just one way these guys are going to get it done. I promise you that. It's not going to be just one way. There's going to be a multitude of things that's going to be in minor adjustments throughout the course of the fight by both fighters, because both fighters possess a high boxing IQ. Some possess more skills than others. However, again, like I said, Canelo is pretty damn efficient with the way he go about his way inside that ring. And what he has been doing of late has worked. But will it work against Crawford? We're going to see. Anyways, I'm excited. Here it is, right here. Yeah, I've been running my damn mouth. I've been going off the rails. I've been hyped up. I've told you guys many times about Crawford, man. Many times. His adaptability is his best ability. He can adapt. That's his best ability. He can adapt to any situation. So, stay tuned. We one day away. One day away. Anyways, I'll see you guys at the weigh-ins, man. I'll bring you guys in. I'm going to be at the weigh-ins. That's my time, and I'm out.